All right, everyone, here we go. A little twin flame journey. I thought it was a nice place to stick it, right? Right in between Venus moving into Libra and Mercury moving into Sagittarius. And I can tell you, Mercury does not like being in Sagittarius. It's going to be very interesting. But for right now, let's split the polarities. One deck for the DF, one deck for the DM. Let's just see where we're at here. All right, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. There's a whole playlist of these. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. All right, let's go. Randomly at the bottom when I picked it up of your deck here, the DF side was a 3 of Cups. Very interesting. Let's see where we go. Let me give the deck a shuffle here for the DF side. We'll get to the DM side in a minute. First, we got to see where you're at. Where are you at? Most of you are the DFs who come here. Most of you. All right, you're the non-runner. It's the majority non-runner side in this particular cycle, which makes sense because the cycle is Cancerian themed. That's a water energy. DF, you'd be very much in your feels, if you will. One side has paid a lot of their karmic debt. The DF side's karmic debt, for the most part, was one of self-respect, was one of self-confidence, just like that. On the DM side, more of being vulnerable, big fear of being vulnerable. Lies, denying emotions. Let's see where you're at here. I'm done. We're done shuffling. Bottom of your deck is Justice. It's beautiful energy. I think the black cat and the white cat got a conversation coming pretty soon. There's your energy. There's the Empress fueling that justice. Why, you know, I don't say anything that's not part of the energy. So if I'm talking while I'm shuffling, pay attention. What did I just get done saying? A lot of you have paid your karmic debt. The Empress has a lot of self-respect. Everybody wants to bang the Empress, but not everybody gets to. And the Empress energy it does not keep giving love when love's not coming back. You're getting some justice here. You're figuring it out. Energy is balancing for you. But I do think the black cat and the white cat are about to have a conversation. What's your base energy? The most powerful card I could pull, the World. If I had a mic to drop, I would. I mean, I don't. What else can I say? What else? It's just you're under this energy right here is radiating out of you. This Empress energy. All right, within you, around you, out of you, it's crazy town. Justice here in this context, crossing the world, it could be something that's been a long time coming. Sometimes justice takes a while, you know, it does. You think about justice in a trial. Sometimes those trials drag out, right? They go on for a long time. Something's been dragging out here, and it feels like it's coming together. It's all starting to come together. I think in this week that we're in, I'll give all of you a piece of advice in this week that we're in. Things are better than they seem. There's a bit of I can smell it, there's a bit of a deceptiveness to the energy. Things are better than they seem. Try to look at the things that are good about what's going on. If you're someone who's having a rough time and you don't want to hear me say things are better than they seem, try to look at what is good. Try to focus on that a little bit, okay? If you can't be completely neutral, which would be ideal. Just so the energy flows properly. This is great. You're under a new energy. I think we got communication coming here from this side, either a new soulmate or this particular energy, because it's part of this reading. I do. I think that's coming. I think something you've waited for a while. And this energy shows up under whatever new energy this world is presenting. Now, there could be a lot of things. It could be, because the core energy's been pretty consistent for a little bit. It could be a new energy in the sense of the various alignments that are pulling on things. It could be the whole approach of the Scorpio new moon, which is particularly powerful. Let's just clarify here, all right? I'll stop speculating. All right, let's go. Why's the world here? Why? The world. Oh, okay. All right. The bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups. That'll be crossing the center card I pull, which is red with Justice and the Empress. Okay, so keep that in mind. Just that's the environmental energy around the center card. What's the top card? Yeah, I'm right. I read the energy first. I do it usually while I'm shuffling or while I'm talking, just randomly, well, seemingly randomly, but it's not. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is something you've waited for a long time. Justice has taken a while here. It's taken a long time. Why? Well, in the context of this reading, because of this fool. Afraid to be vulnerable, running from things, not wanting to look at the truth. Afraid, on the Witch's deck, that devil, where they're afraid to look at it, even though light from angel energy is shining in on it. All right? Something you waited for a long time is making its way to you. Center card. The World. Look at that. This card is red with Justice and the Empress, which is crossing the world. It is the world. So it's a feedback loop. You got the world here, you got the world here. The world is crossing this, and this is crossing the world. All right, and we got a color match here. The energy is right now for something to happen. In this energy, whatever this applies to, right? Whatever this applies to, it's right for it to happen. So you might ask, well, why is the Four of Cups here? Okay? This is why I told you, I just said earlier, rewind. I said my best advice to you this week, and I think I said it, maybe I said it before I pulled this, I don't know. But my best advice to you for this week is to focus on what's good about you, about your life, about who you are. Try to find that. Because if you're in the wrong frame of mind here, you might be inclined to reject this justice. Okay? So just keep that in mind. And I know sometimes I say things people don't want to hear. They hit that thumbs down button. Oh, you fucker. I don't want to hear that shit. Fuck you. Right? Well, you might. That's just the very attitude right there that I'm talking about. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right, what's red with the Knight of Pentacles? Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I think something related to this side that I'm going to pull on is coming to tell you how they feel. There's new opportunities in love approaching as well because of what Justice and the Empress represents and because of this world. This world says you're under a new energy right now. Okay? If you're someone who's just like, fuck it, I'm done, Steve. Give yourself a second chance here. Okay? I said it in the thank you reading, and I'll say it here. This is a month in general where you guys might surprise yourselves at what you can accomplish. All right? At what you can see, what you can learn, what you can find. This is beautiful. Now, let's pull on this side. Randomly at the bottom of their deck is the High Priestess. All right? You had the Three of Cups. That's the biggest card of communication for me. Somebody here is probably coming to communicate, but maybe holding some cards close to the vest. It's possible. I don't know. We'll see. Let's shuffle the deck. Give me the DM side. Give me the other side of this energy, the other polarity. Let's go. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Their environmental energy. You got Justice and an Empress. They got Three of Pentacles. All right. Somebody here is starting over in some capacity. What's underneath that? The Magician, yeah. Somebody, again, I get this energy of a lot of smoke and mirrors here. And that jives with the upcoming Mercury and Sagittarius, which is a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of double talk and things like that. It always is, but this year is going to be particularly interesting. Yeah, what's the base energy? Let's just get to it. Yeah, Three of Swords, that doesn't surprise me. Three Swords, crossed by, all of that. Somebody here, this side's in a lot of pain. This side, with Three of Swords is the main card that ends the separation phase in the soulmate cycle. It's Kurt Cobain in pain here, right? Somebody here needs to put an end to this pain. Not necessarily the way Kurt Cobain did it. I don't advise that. But somebody here needs to put an end to the pain. And I think they are. But I definitely think they're coming to talk with the Knight of Swords here. Right? We usually only use this deck for the Twin Flame Journey readings. It's very interesting that the cards are playing out basically the way the energy reads. It's quite literal the way it's happening here. That Knight of Swords is coming with a message, but it's clouded by a lot of smoke and mirrors. I think you might get some double talk here, which is why, all the more why, well, let me put this down. You need to be in the frame of mind where you're not just instantly rejecting things. There's a lot of divine energy around right now. Okay? There's a lot of it around. All right. So, and sometimes when we get that, it's yeah, how do I phrase it? It's very hard to believe, you know. You get yourself in a frame of mind where you don't believe things are going to get better, and you got a problem because the opportunity shows up and you just sort of reject it. This is saying this is very strong energy. 2 world cards. I got 2 world cards and justice for you, if I'm to sum it up. The outline cards are, yeah, it's been a long time coming, it's taken justice a while, and somebody's coming to open up to you, and it's directly related to this side in the context of the reading, and the 3 of Swords proves it. Somebody here, something's ending on their side, somebody's starting over. Now that could be internally, externally, or both. Okay, why is the 3 Swords here? Let's go. Why is the 3 of Swords here? Let's go. Oh no, this is the wrong deck. It's not the wrong deck. If I shuffled it without thinking, it's the right deck. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. It's not. There's no wrong deck. Right? There isn't. It's like Bob Ross used to say. There's no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Well, I kept shuffling this, so I'm shuffling with the same little animal deck to clarify. The reading goes where it goes. I walk my talk. I tell you to flow with the energy. Flow with the energy. Just go with it. Okay. All right, let's go. Yeah, their bottom card, 5 Wands. Somebody very in their head here. This 5 Wands is crossing whatever the center card is here. It's red with that 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody here. There's not a lot of resistance. This is a very mild energy. It's the weakest energy as it reflects back to me, as the tarot is medium, you know, kind of a thing. What's on top? Ace of Wands. Yeah. It's a lot of starts and stops, fits and stops, I think they call it. Yeah, somebody here is starting over, though. They are. And it's interesting that when I said, oh, it's the wrong deck, and I stopped shuffling, at the bottom was the 4 of Wands. Okay? Very interesting. That energy applies. I'm just going to tell you that that was there. You may have seen it on video if I turned it. I don't know. But center card, crossed by the 5 of Wands. Page of Wands. Somebody's starting over here. I don't know what's going on. These are all starting over cards. Somebody's in a lot of pain. Something's ended. Heartbroken. Things along those lines. They're starting anew. There is some smoke and mirrors to their communication, though. They're coming to transform things. It could be their perception of what they're saying or how they're doing it. Perhaps it's like somebody. It could be that. But yeah, somebody here, there's been some kind of conflict, and it's caused this person to want something new, whoever this energy is. And it flows this way. It's part of your justice on some level. It's part of this Ace of Cups. What's red with the Ace of Wands? The Devil. Goat with its feet on fire. Yeah. Yeah, somebody here, somebody's moving away from some kind of toxin. I'm going to grab the Light Seer deck, okay? We're going to double clarify this side. These all matter, okay? The positions, I'm going to double clarify. This is intense. All right, so now I'm going to grab the deck I would have grabbed, usually, to clarify this side, which is the smaller version of the same deck, the Light Seer. So let's go. Tell me more about this 3 of Swords. Give me another row here. Okay? Give me another row here. Alright. Okay. Yeah. The Chariot now. Over here we had 5 Wands crossing. Right? Over there. Okay, I'll get it. We'll just put it there. 5 Wands. Okay? Oh yeah, it's sort of a make no bones about it energy. Somebody knows that what would make them happy, and now they want to go for it, because that's all crossing that Page of Wands, my little Explorer page. Now I got the Chariot crossing whatever the center card will be, which is red with the 3 of Pentacles and all that. What's on top? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a nervousness here because they're listening to this goat a little bit. That's why this is fits and stops. They're listening to an angel and a devil. The devil always sounds better. It always makes instant sense. It's the craziest thing. It always makes sense, right? This is why bullshit, and even in our societal energies right now, bullshit, right? We got a problem with fact checking. People say shit and they just say it. They just go for it, and nobody fact checks it. You know, they don't. They just take it on the word. You can't do that. You can't keep things going. Otherwise, somebody could just walk up to a podium and say anything. You know. You can't do that. Somebody here is nervous about this new beginning, and it keeps starting and going out because they're listening to this, and this always sounds really good. It always does. The goat, I'll tell you. What's the center card? Queen of Swords. Truth, truth, truth. They are charging forward with truth. Okay? And the truth is, this person, no bones about it, knows what'll make them happy. Okay? That's good. I like that. And this card represents the soulmate cycle for me. Alright? Totally. What's red with the Page of Pentacles? King of Swords. Okay. These two cards can represent fighting. It ties with this. Okay? They're fighting with themselves. Angel energy on one shoulder, devil energy on another shoulder. Imagine that. And they're arguing back and forth. Who do I listen to? Who do I listen to? The angel's getting a little stronger here. And that's why I've got truth sort of winning the day. But I do have that internal conflict that they have. And you can see it here. Fueling the Chariot is right there. The Two of Swords. It's this internal conflict. But I believe truth outweighs this. King of Swords, Queen of Swords outweigh the goat. Right? They both got a sword. They could take that goat right out. So yeah, I've got somebody here who is likely approaching on some level. I don't think they quite know. I could phrase it this way: they don't quite know what they're doing. That's a smoke and mirrors aspect of the magician, sort of a how did he do that sort of thing. A lot of that's going to play out. A lot of this over here, this side in particular, and the arguing between the angel and the devil and the truth wins the day. But somebody very, very nervous about it, keep going back and forth. That's all part of Mercury and Sagittarius. I'm sure of that. I'm absolutely sure of it. Let's pull a row down the middle and see what else the universe wants to tell you. I picked up the Witches to do that. Randomly at the bottom is the Chariot. So yeah, we've got an incoming energy that the universe wants to talk about. All right, so let's see what else it wants to say. Let's give the deck a shuffle. Again, that Chariot card was crossing this Queen of Swords here. So yeah, it's a little hard. These are both truths you can't ignore. You can't just cast them off. It's getting difficult. The devil's got his work cut out for it here. Okay? It might be spewing some bullshit that's palatable and easy to believe, but at the same time, it's outnumbered by angel energy. That's Archangel Michael's sort of truth each there. There's a lot of Archangel Michael energy around right now. There's a lot of it. A lot of truth. A lot of healing through truth. And the goat is no match here, but it is still having an effect on this person. It's wearing them down a bit. Alright, so I got a second Chariot when I picked up this deck. So that's the theme, maybe. Maybe, I don't know, what the universe wants to talk about here. What else you want to tell everybody? You want to talk about here or here? What do you want to tell me? What is it? Okay. Alright, we got it. Bottom of the deck. Man, this thing, where have we seen this before? Oh yeah, it wants to talk to you. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Alright, wants to talk to you. This is an outgoing energy. It's coming your way. Look, you could even see he's heading your way here. Right? Heading over. Alright, there's communication. It's fueled by bullshit. It's not necessarily lies. It's just it might be hard to understand. Okay? And I know all of this is going to come up in tomorrow's Mercury and fucking Sagittarius reading. I know it is. I just absolutely fucking know it. There's just, yeah, it's just, oh my God. All right. All right. Four of Cups. Again, talking to you. You had a Four of Cups crossing that world. We talked about it. Center card. The Magician. That ties back over here. Somebody, yeah. What's red with the Four of Cups? The Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's coming to work on things. Somebody's coming to communicate, but there's a whole lot of smoke and mirrors here. But in their mind, they're this knight. This knight brings a message of change. In their mind, they're this knight. But there's the smoke and mirrors is there's a lot of deception around it. You might be confused by the conversation. You might be inclined to reject it if you're in a state, if you will, where that energy could take, you're just not in the mood, kind of a thing like that. Try to be in the mood. This is something you waited for a while. This person, this side communicating anything can teach you something, could show you something about yourself. I think it's key to you finding this energy, this Empress energy. And I think it's key to your justice. Whether they come in and they confuse the hell out of you or not, I don't think it matters. I think it's an important conversation. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's where we're at. Straight up. I mean, that's the anything else. My God, I just want to see. All right, I'm going to take both of those. Oh yeah. Oh my God. And the moon is even there. Yeah. There's just in their mind though, there's this night that's coming in. Okay. Okay. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we go. This Eight of Pentacles read with the Four of Cups for you tells me that this is the key to this, okay? It's worth you paying attention to. It's worth him doing this job even though he doesn't like it to get to the Nine of Pentacles. He just want to play golf the rest of his life. Well, you're going to have to do the job, like it or not, to get to that point where you can afford to just play golf the rest of your life like that. So the key to your justice and that Empress energy, something you've waited for a while, take it. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards on the Magician and the Knight of Swords. Here, just for fun. One card and a crossing card. What else you want to say about that? Anything? I just didn't feel like it was the end. Yeah. The King of Cups. And it's crossed by Temperance. It's a case of somebody saying what they're comfortable saying. But if you read between the lines, there's a lot of truth that brings you a lot of healing. I think for them, it might cause a lot of conflict. I think I don't, it's one of those things where sometimes a reader says, I think they're surprised by your reaction. It might be that. But for you, there's a lot of healing here. You're probably going to have to read between the lines though, okay? But that's what I get. That's your reading. And this can apply if this is a new soulmate too. It can. It could just be somebody. Lots of people walking around with a devil on the shoulder and an angel on the other shoulder. Lots of people walking around like that out there. And that devil energy is always easier to listen to. That's why you read article after article after article about here in the U.S. how people have become stupid. Right? You just read that over and over and over. All you got to do is Google it. I'm not making up anything. Time magazine wrote a fucking article about it. And it's because we got flat earthers and all kinds of people believe conspiracy theories and all kinds of stuff like that. It's easy to believe. It's easy to listen to this, right? It's easy to, and this inherent in this energy is a lack of fact checking. People won't do it. The people that say this shit know that no one's going to fact check it, nor the majority of people anyway. And that's true. It's right there. It's right there in that energy. So this can be a new soulmate. There's a lot of people walking around and most of them are listening to this. Okay? That's why they got to have that new thing. They got to have this. They got to have that even though they can't afford anything. It's all there. It plays out 1,000 different ways out in the core energies out there. Anyway, there's a lot of healing that could be had here for you. As long as you be true to you. All right? And don't just instantly reject something. Try to listen. Try to be the listener here when this energy approaches, whether it's a new soulmate or an old runner. Okay? That's it. You'll find that healing. That's your reading. Stay tuned tomorrow for Mercury and Sagittarius. That energy's kind of here a little bit. It should be an interesting reading, I would imagine. It blends interestingly with the Venus in Libra reading, which is a very honest energy, Venus in Libra. And, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. And that explains a little bit of the conflict here with the Five of Wands that was crossing. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.